Well, Aileen and I and our other partners have all found a number of practices that help ventures like Google or social enterprises like Aspire Schools from the New Schools Venture Fund work better together as teams. And to the extent that you're about to be a new graduate and you're looking for the best place to invest your time in a career, you might check around and see if they practice any of these best practices. Let me go back to, I'll put them all up here and mention them by name, but perhaps only describe one. Incredible networking we'll get to. 360s are a kind of in-the-round performance review. Coaching, having someone who consistently will give you advice that's aware of what's going on in your workplace, which is different than mentoring. That's someone who can be a counselor outside of where you're working, a very trusted advisor. A time buddy. Angela Baez is my time buddy. I sit down with her and compare my schedule with hers. She critiques where I'm spending my time and vice versa. Bill Gates does this with Steve Ballmer once a month. So one of the questions is, how do you make sure you do time management well? Get yourself a time buddy. Compare your calendars. Talk explicitly about where, and be ready to be vulnerable and take that criticism and give it back. Reference checking, and then something called objectives and key results. Incredible networking. Great choice at the top, and we're talking about the power of networks. I'm talking here about personal networking, and examples of networking would be to, as obsessive as it sounds, gets the name and email address of everybody you meet and put it somewhere where you can get to it. Incredible networking would be when you're getting ready to decide, are you going to go take a job somewhere? Interview as many places as you can, possible, and get the names and email addresses of all those same people. Go to Hewlett-Packard, go to Google, go to Intuit, go to IBM Labs, okay, and stay in touch with those people over time. Incredible networking would be to be very clear on who your friends are, the really close ones, a handful of them, and talk to them regularly. Don't be in the least bit timid. It's amazing what people will tell you when you call them up on the phone. Googling is a great way to do networking. It's amazing all the stuff you can find there. Another example of networking is if you're trying to check out an opportunity or a situation, you should listen to what they have to say about it. But then, for sure, pay even more attention. This I learned from my partner Roger McNamee. Pay more attention to what their competitors have to say about them. So you'll hear one thing from Google about Google, but for sure, talk to Yahoo and Yahoo search about what's really happening at Google, and even Microsoft search efforts, or Ask Jeeves, because if you triangulate all that information, you'll be a lot smarter.